The horses are on the track.
This Carnival. Darren with 6 wins, by the way, which is in the last decade equal to anyone previously. Chris Waller had 6 in the last decade, and Johnny Allen squeezed through the gap. And he's been flamboyant there. Look at that wave of the whip at the end for the old Irish jumps jockey. Now he's really made a name for himself. Excited connections with a lovely story, and she's a beaut there. Could have been in the breeding barn, but kept going. She won 4 stakes races with a 3-year-old filly, and a Mel McLaughlin there with Noah with the trophy. So we get to one of the great highlights of any Flemington Sprint Carnival. It's the VRC Sprint Classic. I think we've got as good as up the straight races we've seen with Red Searle at the top. So Cheska, a couple of Everest, a Dooman 10,000. He won this race last year, and we know that he's won more than $15 million in prize money.
Unbelievable, isn't it? How much would you like to own this horse? And actually, looking at him here in the parade ring, he's a bit more impressive looking than he was last year. He's now a 6-year-old. It's probably taken a bit of time to really furnish, but actually I say that he's not very big, he's not very flashy, but he's just a really good, consistent racehorse. If you want a safe bet, it's got to be on Red Searle.
Yeah, well, he's a beauty. He's a gelding. This bloke's a stallion with a big future off the track, Richo, a dual Group 1 winner.
I think it's worth noting that Aquas Farm have bought into this horse. So he won the Manikato Group 1 level. He's won Group 1s at 1,400 metres. 1,200 metres, he's been down the straight. He's been placed in a Group 1. He's winning the Manikato when Hugh on board was outstanding. And he's going to take a power of betting because he's drawn the right part of the track. Can he do what Buffering did and complete the double? Horse number 3 is Santa Ana Lane. He'll probably be with Brave Smash, and that is back off the hot speed. And they'll be hoping for a hot speed because they're the 2 horses that can really close strongly, though Huey had Brave Smash a lot closer than we thought in the Manikato. Santa Ana Lane through the Everest was terrific. Horse number 4 is a fascinating runner. His back is the big champ, Redkirk Warrior. He loves it at Flemington. We know his Group 1 record is extraordinary here at Flemington. And wouldn't it be magnificent to add the Sprint Classic alongside a Lightning and a couple of new markets? He was disappointing in England. Forget that. Just watch him today because he's at his favourite track.
Cheska Jungle Cat goes to become a sire after this. This is his final race, and he's won the big Group 1 in Dubai and also here. And Buick has won on him, didn't he? He won on him prior to the Group 1 in Dubai.
Yeah, and that's important because we heard from Charlie Appleby earlier that he is not always the easiest horse to ride. Or maybe he's talking about Blair House. I'll get back to me on that one. But Jungle Cat, what an interesting preparation. He won the Al-Quoz over in Dubai in March, didn't run again until he came here and won the Rupert Clark Group 1 at $13 that day. It was a big run. Since went to the Toorak over a mile. Things didn't really go his way that day, and he's dropped back down in distance. He's probably best over 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs. And I heard that Shaquille, who rides him and looks after him, is on the other side there. Basically, he trains the horse, and Charlie just asked Shaquille if he's ready to run. I can't get to Shaquille, so I'll ask Chris. Is he ready?
Good to go, Francesca. Good to go.
Good luck.
Straight from Shaquille's mouth. Thank you, Cheska. Nothing better than that. Richo, they had to put their hand in the pocket for Parada, didn't they?
Yeah, they paid $55,000 as a late entry fee. They've won $2.7 million, but this race is worth so much more than that. Forget the prize money. This entire son of Piero, who's made a lot of his prize money through the Magic Millions, if he can win a Group 1 today, well, a stud deal will be done, and he'll be worth, well, many, many millions of dollars. He didn't get a run in the Everest. He had to run in the Sydney Stakes, and he thrashed them there. He is a quality animal. He gets his chance to prove it. He's beaten Kementari in the past. As we have a look at horse number 7, Kementari, what a magnificent beast he is. He's an entire son of Lonhro. We know that he will eventually stand at stud. He's a Group 1 winner, and he'll be doing it with Darley. Well, I love him as a sprinter. A get-back, run-on sprinter. He's won a Group 1 at a mile, but a get-back, run-on sprinter is what he is, and his run in the Manikato was breathtaking.
Cheska, then we get a quartet. They're all by the same sire, War front, whose father is a father of Daniel, and I think this bloke cost a squeal at the yearling sales.
Yeah, they're an impressive quartet, aren't they? All trained by the master trainer Aidan O'Brien, and of the four on European form, the best performed was US Navy flag, but this guy, Spirit of Valor, has done really well since he's been here, coming second in the Scalacci, second in the Manicato. I have a theory that he's really enjoyed racing around bends, but I might just ask TJ, do you think the bends are brought the best out in this horse, or is he just as good at down the straight?
Well, he ran the first day we got here over 5.5, and then he stepped up to 6 again in a better race, and he ran much better, and 6 again. So I don't think the straight bothers him really when you see him in the July Cup and that. So, but maybe the bend is a help to him. We'll see today.
Who's the pick of the four?
This fella.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, well, his form here has been terrific. Intelligence crossed the next day. He just keeps missing the start. He's been doing a Chautauqua, so to speak. He's been slowly away twice. He'd have to improve it. And look at the odds. I mean, New South Wales, $191. So can't go there. But Cheska, this is a 3-time Group 1 winner, including the July Cup.
It's bizarre, isn't it? I remember seeing him in Newmarket last year when he won one of those Group 1s as a 2-year-old, and he was always been a very small, very neat, little compact kind of horse. So we thought, oh, he's a good 2-year-old. Will he go on to much as a 3-year-old? They pushed him all the way up to a mile, and he really wasn't firing because he likes to go forward. He's got the blinkers on. They dropped him back down to sprinting distance, and he won the Group 1 July Cup, which is pretty much as good as it gets for us over in the Northern Hemisphere. In his runs here, 2 starts in Australia, haven't gone his way, didn't like the wet track at Randwick, and got too far back in the Manicato. I think the sprint is going to bring out the best in him, but I'm interested to see that TJ said Spirit of Valor is the pick of them.
The next bloke, Fleet Review, actually ran second to US Navy flag in the Group 1. Middle Park is a 2-year-old. Look, he hasn't done anything out here. I just don't think he's got a chance. Richard, in her time, she was going to run in this race last year after the slashing Manicato run, but she got injured. She's back now.
She had a tremendous last season, and she had a change of stable for this season, now in the Chris Lee stable. He's only had a couple of runs with her. He'd still be working her out, what her quirks are, how to train her. So I'm expecting that only having had 2 runs with her, he might have found a few keys to her. She could improve today. On her best form and on her best day, she can run in the top 4.
We're talking about the mares now, this one and the next one now. Sprite's in career best form. 2 years ago, she won the Red Roses on Oaks Day. Her 2 runs at Moonee Valley have been eye-catchers. They've paid $55,000 to put her in late entry, not without a hope. And Cheska, invincible star. I thought she returned to form last day. And if you look at her Flemington card, it's really impressive.
It's really good, isn't it? Winner of the Ottawa on debut as a 2-year-old, and then second to Merchant Navy in the Coolmore. That is very good form. Some would argue she hasn't been as good of late. She's drawn in 1, and I'm curious to see what jockey Stephen Bass is going to do from that draw. What are you going to do?
We're going to go in a straight line. We'll probably come out in the middle a little bit, but I prefer to have drawn the outside. But anyway, it's a straight line, and hopefully we're the fastest at the straight line.
It tends to help, doesn't it? Well, she is looking in magnificent shape. She's really strong and round, is Gay's filly here.
So let's go to the tab. Jared, Red Zerl started $4 favoured in this after winning the Everest at $8.50. He wins the Everest this year at $8.50. What price today?
Well, into $3, Bruce. We are absolutely petrified of Red Zerl here. Bet $5 about him too, about 48 hours ago. Touched $2.90, just back to $3, but he's off the map. Pirata got to $9. It's just firmed another half point, 7 into $6.50. Kementari's on the drift late, $5.50 to $8. Redkirk Warrior is actually the second best backed after Red Zerl, 14 to 10, just back a point to 11. At odds, there's been some money for Invincible Star and Sprite at $31. Brave Smash has been on the drift, but we've been happy to take bets for him as well.
Well, Huey Bowman's won this race with Terra Vista. It was an absolute classic in 2014. Huey, you've had a look at the horses in the yard. What's your overview?
Look, I think it's one of the most exciting. I think it's the most exciting race of the week, to be honest. There's some high-class sprinters here. If Red Zerl gets his own way for the first half of the race, he will win. But if he doesn't, and it's a high-pressure race, a survival of the fittest, I think Kementari, Brave Smash or Pirata will come over the top.
Okay, the big 4 from Huey Bowman. There they go, the fastest horses in the land. Look at this bloke. No sprinter in the world has won as much money as this fella. He could add another 600 grand. bang there. Let's go to you, Jared, from the tab. Who is the hot horse for the VRC Sprint Classic?
Has to be Redzell, Bruce. We're holding more than 4 times more on Redzell than on the next best back runners, which are Redkirk Warrior and Kementari. Santa Ana Lane just in half a point, 10 into 9.50.
Well, he'll be in good company because they changed this race in 2007. They brought it here. They made it weight for age, and only one horse has won it twice. And Black Caviar is the horse. Haim, you're back behind the barrier. What's going on there for you?
Well, you spoke about Pirata. He looks absolutely magnificent. I reckon the unsung hero of this field is Santa Ana Lane, a multiple Group 1 winner. He's about to go in the 3. He's so relaxed. Mark Zara looks confident aboard. It's been pretty jam-packed down here. 14 runners, very little area to walk around in, so they've been using an area behind us. Redkirk Warrior, he's got the blinkers off, winkers on for the second time, and a crossover noseband. He's sweated up a little. You can see him just there with Regan Bayless. Red cap on, navy and white stripes. But they all look immaculate, as per usual. But Redzell, he's so calm.
That's the way he is. So in goes the big boy Redkirk Warrior. So I think for all of us, this is some race. The anticipation's been enormous. There's a lot of X factors. Matt Hill to call. The VRC Sprint Classic, and Redzell, do it again.
Fella will complete the line. Kementari $6 out to 8.5. Now Spirit of Valor goes in, so that will leave US Navy Flag, who is hiding at the back of the chute. I've got a feeling there's another one rideless as well. So going in is US Navy Flag, Ryan Moore, and Sprite goes in rideless. Sprite taking the outside stall, Damien Oliver waiting for her, and now they're ready. $1 Million Sprint Classic. Stand by. Speed to burn here. They're ready. Set to go. He knows from the jockeys. Santa Ana Lane is keen. Set. Racing in the Sprint Classic, a beautiful line away too. Redzell out cleanly. Invincible Star from Barrier 1 began fast and is charging forward towards the middle of the track to lead from Fleet Review, and also on the outside Redzell, not too far away Spirit of Valor, and also in that group of horses is In Her Time, and on the outside is US Navy Flag. Further back in the field then, as they head towards the course proper at the 800 metre marker, is Intelligence Cross, and Pirata just ahead of him. Redkirk Warrior's the widest runner, and at this stage is tracking US Navy Flag, and then came Brave Smash. Kementari's about third last with Sprite and Santa Ana Lane as they link onto the course proper at the 500. Invincible Star in Fleet Review just in front of Jungle Cat. Pirata towards the inside. Redzell coming up the middle with also Spirit of Valor, and then Redkirk Warrior. Brave Smash needs a run. They're right across the track. In Her Time back towards the inside of the 200. Jungle Cat and Pirata together, followed by Redzell. Santa Ana Lane's charging home with In Her Time on the inside. In Her Time and Santa Ana Lane, stride for stride. Santa Ana Lane has beaten In Her Time. What a finish. Third a photo, Jungle Cat or Pirata, followed by Redzell, Brave Smash, Sprite. Further back, Spirit of Valor, then Kementari, Redkirk Warrior, Fleet Review, Intelligence Cross, and then at the end, US Navy Flag and Invincible Star.
What a remarkable 12 months Anthony Friedman's had, with Shoals in her 3 Group 1s, 4 Group 1s for this fella in about 13 months. No excuses. I reckon every horse got their chance, to be truthful. He was so powerful late.
They sure did get their chance. I could see Mark Zara hunting for a gap. He went outside, he went back inside, he couldn't find a gap. Suddenly the split came, and this grand old horse turned it on.
And what a win it was. I actually didn't predict this at all, but he's run a great race, and look where he's come from. There was a wall of horses up front that went off hard. Was able to track nicely into the race and save all that energy being behind a wall of horses, and then him and In Her Time went different paths, but he actually went a pretty straight line all the way to the finish.
Huey, it was some race. There was a lot of pressure on. We knew that, and there were probably half a dozen genuine chances with about 200 to go.
Yeah, I think so, but as I said before, if Redzell got his own way, he would be winning, but that wasn't the case. It was obviously a fast race in the early stages, and it's set up, and Santa Ana Lane's racing style is perfectly suited and wasn't the explosive late.
Well, what a horse. He's won 4 Group 1s now. Now, Hartnell's got 4. They're the most behind Winks on 22 currently racing, now that Chautauqua's retired and Blackheart barred. Remarkable win. Here's Chris Simons with Mark Zara.
Well, Mark Zara, this is a great day for you. You won earlier in the day. We're just waiting for these horses to get past us, but this is what it's all about, riding Group 1 winners.
Yeah, look, before I say anything, a bit of a shout out to Benny Mallam, who unfortunately got time the other day and threw my name in the hat to ride him, so I'm lucky for him. But yeah, look, Ben's done a lot of work on him, getting relaxed and that, and had the perfect run, like you say, massive thrill.
Absolutely. Yeah, it can be unfortunate for others, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. But, you know, you put in all this hard work throughout the year. It's not just the Spring Carnival. We're doing this day in, day out, but we're really recognised on the world stage during the Spring Carnival, and this is the time you want to be riding Group 1 winners.
That's right. Like, it's so easy to... Mid-Carnival, I thought... I booked my trip away then to Carnival. I hadn't barely ridden a winner on a good race, so I thought I really got to put in. So I've knuckled down the last sort of month, and it's paying dividends. You know, massive thrill. Well done to the Freedman team as well.
Now, just take us through the run. You had a beautiful run. You're back on the... you're on the back of Kieran McAvoy. Took you into the race, and you know you just put pain to him late.
I tell you, Anthony Freedman gave me instructions that not many trainers would give. He just said, you just got to let the race unfold, and if you win, it's in the last bit. You know, don't worry about pushing and shoving, and just gives you a lot of confidence. And I sat, ended up sort of getting the front a bit early then, but yeah, like, the horse is just flying, just worked out nice for us.
And you got Latrobe in the next, so good luck with him.
Yeah, got one more bullet in the chamber, so hopefully we can make it through.
Well, good on you, mate. Great carnival.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
A brilliant ride by Mark Zara. It's a dead heat for third, 5 and 6 get a dead heat. Anthony Freedman, congratulations. An underrated sprinter. He got his dues today.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, it was a shame Sydney, the way it panned out, because I thought he was spot on for Sydney, and he just didn't get his chance there. And you know, this was not an afterthought, but we were always a bit dubious about him up the straight because he'd had a couple of failures. But Mark rode him really well, and it all opened up for him, and he was very strong late. And you know, he's had a great 12 or 18 months, and we'll put him away now and look to see what we can do next year.
Very few horses win 4 Group 1s like he's done, but that's the way you have to ride him. You have to smother him up.
Yeah, there's only one way to ride him, and whenever he wins, he's going to win very late. I told Mark that. I said, don't panic. I said, you know, you're only going to win in the last 50 or 80 metres, so that's what happened, and you know, it's a nice consolation for the Everest.
I know deep down you're very, very excited. You always hold your cards close to your chest. You should see some scenes about this young man next to you, your son Sam and Steve Adams and Brad Taylor. I think they all enjoyed it.
Yeah, look, they're a great group of guys. We've got a great team, and credit to them turning the horse out today. You know, I just turn up and take a bit of the credit, but all the work's done behind the scenes, and you know, you couldn't do it without them.
Sammy, that gave you a bit of satisfaction, mate, to do it with Dad?
Yeah, it did. Look, it's been a tough week so far, and the last runner Dad's done a great job with this horse. You know, four Group 1s now, and great team effort from everyone.
What about, you know, Steve Adams, Brad Taylor? We've seen all these guys. It's a big team effort for you.
Yeah, look, I rely heavily on them, you know, and they're great guys, and they do their jobs very well. Ash Yagi down at Pinecliff, and all the staff at the different places, and you know, as I said, you can't do it yourself, so you need good people with you.
Oh, he's an exceptional horse. You should be really proud of him. Well done.
Cheers.
That he is, Rich. I mean, he's a horse that's been a slow burn in a way, hasn't he? He looked so promising early on, and, you know, we thought maybe he's not going to reach his full potential. He won a Rupert Clark, and you thought, well, that's it for him. He goes to Adelaide and wins the Goodwood. He then goes to Queensland and wins the Stradbroke. I don't think that's ever been done before, a Goodwood and a Stradbroke. And here today, he's beaten the best field of sprinters that we've had assembled at this track in a fair while, I reckon, and he's been able to get the money. It was just such a competitive race. Mark has ridden the horse once before. It was a long time ago. What's that, Richo? I haven't got my glasses, so yep, got you. Thank you very much. You're a good boy, as always. And Mark, well done. You're having some sort of a day now, mate, aren't you?
I've been peppering all carnival, and I thought surely I just got to get a bit of luck, and it's paved the way today.
Yeah, with the Queen Elizabeth winning this one too. And you had to hold your nerve a bit. You knew there was going to be a bit of pressure, a lot of pressure, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and it was just great talking to Anthony before the race, because he had the same idea as me. Just let it unfold. If you win, it's going to be the last bit. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It gives you great confidence when a trainer says that, and so able to be really patient. And I went from thinking which way we're going to go to all of a sudden been front a bit far out here, so I'm waiting for something to run me down, but geez, he won well.
He did, because Inner Time was coming on your inside, wasn't he? But you were just so powerful at the end.
He was, like, when I got the gap, he was sort of on one rein as we're going down. I thought, I just don't know whether he's going to pick up, but I give him a little squeeze and, yeah, just give me that feel. And I just needed Redzel to move a little bit for me, and it did, and away he went.
And you mentioned Benny. I mean, it's tough when a bloke misses out on a ride, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very tough. Unfortunately, I've seen him here before. He hates coming to the race when he's riding. He's here, but he's not. Just shows how much he loves the horse. But I think that at least one of his good mates can ride it for him, and I'm sure he'll want the horse back too.
Ben Mellum, and look, you're in the next on the Irish Derby winner.
Yeah, look, could be a really fat day. It's been a good day, but I just got to keep me nerve and hopefully win the next two.
We're not going to hold you up for long. Well done, Mark. Congratulations. A massive day for you and a brilliant ride.
Cheers, Bruce. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, absolutely superb. The ultimate professional. And here's Elise coming in to join him. So, oh, wow. That's gorgeous, isn't it? So good there. He rode it beautifully, and Mark Zara, Anthony Freeman and Santa Ana Lane after the VRC sprint. Santa Ana Lane, but he's a different horse now. He was way back, Mark Zara Huey, and he sort of said, well, in the end, I got there too quick.
But he's such an explosive horse, and he was able to track Redzel through. You know that when you're riding in the straight races, it's lovely to pick a horse that's going to take you as far as they can. And he was behind the right horses, and look at this explosive finish here.
It was interesting watching that, having gone back a little bit further, because in her time was actually a little bit further forward than Santa Ana Lane, and then just she got held up by a couple of horses coming back at her, and then she was able to really quicken, so she possibly was a bit unlucky there.
Well, if you exchange the runs, you might exchange the placings. But look, it's hard to tell when you're out there. And Mark, you could tell he had confidence going into the race by the way that Anthony and he both read it. And he got behind the right horses. But geez, he's an explosive horse when he's ridden that way.
Yeah, he keeps hitting the line hard and explosive last sectionals in big races.
And Richard, Ben Mellum on the right there is the rider, of course. He's out, excessive use of the whip, and his mate Mark Zara, they're the best of mates. So that was a subplot to the whole story today. So Santa Ana Lane, a four-time Group 1 winner, was the dead heat for third. So in our time second, dead heat Jungle Cat has had a terrific campaign. And Parada runs up to what Parada is. He's a heck of a good horse. So